Lang Lang, it is a pleasure to catch up with you in this fantastic setting. What brings you to Cannes this year? Is it just the China Day? What else is it?
It's a combination that obviously today is the China Day, but also I want to share some thoughts to our public in Cannes. Since everyone is coming here, it's actually my first time for this festival. I know Cannes has many other festival, film and the medium, but this one is quite interesting. It's very creative because it's the place that you're coming and then you try to create some ideas together. And I think it's a perfect place for me to be. Talk about the most passionate thing I'm thinking about, making music, and with the world of the big advertisement world, how we promote music and how we work with classical music and how do we combine world with China. So I think it's a really good place to be.
Connect the dots for us when it comes to China and creativity. China is very often known for tough discipline. It's known for hard work, not necessarily creativity. Or am I wrong?
I mean, China's image used to be made in China, but now it's kind of like created in China. So it's kind of a switching, the genres. And you see many high-tech companies here, like Tencent, like Alibaba, like many others. And I think it's because there are many young people working, in those companies, and the way they think about things, it's not just about keeping the discipline, but how to break through something new. And I think this is the right time. And I have many friends who lives in Beijing, Shanghai, or Shenzhen, or my hometown Shenyang. They all want to developing high-tech world, all of them.
Are we going to be seeing a lot more creativity coming out of China over the next decade?
Yeah, I think so. I think this will be China adapt things very fast, and then they also have their own kind of ways of thinking. As we all know, because I'm Chinese, and I'm pretty positive there will be some, at least, there will be a lot of new ideas, but also I see the world today as a kind of a synergy world. Basically, your idea we can develop together. So it's not just like China does one thing, America does one thing, or world does one thing. I think in this kind of platform, that when you have a great idea, we can all do together. Yeah, and I think that's the win-win situation for any country. Let's not divide it too much on, this belongs to this country. That, let's find a way, just like making music. You put all the greatest ideas and then you invest, together, and which is, the snowball can be much bigger.
Your creativity in the form of music, that's very well respected in the West. Why doesn't all creativity that comes out of China as well respected, you think? I
mean, it needs time. Certainly it needs time, because our development of, many things are, you really need a kind of a transition time. And also you need to build the network and the bridge. As you know, many things you may have, but if you don't have the bridge, if you don't have the right database, you cannot really travel. And you need to have time to work on, recognize the market needs. Some things, what we need in China, it doesn't mean that the world needs. Sometimes the world needs maybe doesn't work in China. So there's some kind of a culture, barriers we need to break in through first. And then, because you cannot, look, China has a very different culture, right? And then it's very important for Chinese to learn the world culture, which is fantastic. But in the same time, if you want to create something, you need to have your own identity. You cannot just say, okay, this works, let's do it this way. You need maybe you do this direction, but you need to find the way that has a little bit of DNA of a Chinese gene or something. And I think this need time. You need to talk to so many people. You need to have great advisors around the world, from different countries, from different markets. And same thing with Chinese music. Now you see many tourists coming out, and some work, some doesn't, because sometimes the taste maybe has a little bit of uncomfortableness. So both culture need to fit in, and also every organization has their own culture.
Sure.
You know, and I see every successful career of any companies, they have their own identity. And so this needs time to find who you are. And this is the same thing. When I start my career, the same thing, you know, Chinese playing Western music. What is your identity? You know, how are you going to have some special things to inspire people? You know, what is your, you know, what is your opinion in, you know, in your own image? And I think that need time to do. So I'm not a, I mean, I'm pretty sure that will be quickly, this will be, you know, learned and or developed. Especially you see this year, all the Chinese companies are coming here. Yeah. You'll see how eager they want to change.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.